We gotta do week 4 material design and advanced view. On week 5 we learn about video player, media player, how to do math, how to do audio, kind of, yeah. And week 6 you gotta do animation, cool animation in Android. Week 7 and 8 is it depend on you guys. I gotta put a lot of options so that you can choose service, architecture, Kotlin, or something like that, and you gotta choose, and I gotta decide what I gotta put in week 7 and 8. So after week 6, you're gonna have everything you need for the project. Okay, Firebase, views, Android component, animation, and you have everything. Okay, so some assignment highlight as usual, and Lộc, great job. You have done a lot of feature. How can it's not animating? Maybe I have to stop my screen recording. Right. Okay. Gray UI and colors. Really like Twitter. Yeah, this is a cool library, I believe. What is the name of the library? Forget. Sorry. Yeah. And Phong Nguyễn, yeah, great. This is struggling and you do a great job. Okay. You don't have internet connection? Yeah, 3G. Great. I think you could do it better with the primary color and accent color, so it look more like Twitter. Great assemble, and yeah. Great, and Sam, great, good job. Lovely icon. Okay, so today, sorry, it's a leak. Should delete it. Sorry. Okay, my screen recording is still working. I want to make sure. Okay, great. So today I'm gonna learn about fragment, collapsing toolbar, tab layout, raw activity, a little bit about bottom shift and bottom navigation. So it's a lot of stuff to learn today. So hope you guys can pair with me. So we talk a little bit about fragment and we go straight to the code. So what is fragment? So fragment is something like a subview so that you can reuse it. So for example, you have a view, a big screen with a list of data. So whenever you click on a row, you can open a new screen, right? With a detail of that row, right? But in the tab layout, when the screen is a little bit large on the landscape mode, right? So the preferred UI is you have a list on the left, right? And the center gonna be the detail, right? When you click on the row, it's gonna display that detail of the row on the right. Okay. So if we use activity, we could not. We have to duplicate the code, right? We have to implement all the logic to load the list of data on the left and display it on the right? So we discover Android have something called fragment, so that, for example, for the first option, we have something like this, right? So in the first screen, we have fragment A, right? In activity A. And when you click on a row of the data, you want to display the detail of it on another screen, right? So we display on another screen like activity B, but we're not gonna put the UI on the activity. We put it in a fragment B. So an activity B gonna host the fragment B, right? And then in the tablet mode, we're gonna reuse that fragment. Okay? In the tablet mode, we only have one activity. And that activity is going to host both fragment A and fragment B. Okay, so we try to reuse the fragment, reuse the logic. Here, okay, sorry. So go back here. And so we use fragment to encapsulate the functionality of that view, okay? So that we could reuse it. Okay, so in the TV mode, maybe it's bigger. We could put it in there more fragments, right? And we can make sure that we reuse it, okay? And fragment must be added to a host activity, okay? So an activity can host multiple fragments, okay? So we can do an if else of the activities. So if an activity in a landscape mode, we have put in two fragments, right? And in the portrait mode, in landscape mode we put two fragments. In portrait mode we just put one fragment. Kind of. That's how it works. And we're good to go. And using fragment, we have multiple ways to to make an activity host a fragment. So the first way is just put it directly to an XML. Okay, something like this. Relative layout. We just put in a fragment, and remember to put in a class. Okay, a class of that fragment. Okay, and then it's gonna at a runtime try to initialize the fragment and just add it automatically into an activity. Okay, and the second way is just using a fragment transaction. Okay, a fragment transaction allow you to add multiple fragment into a transaction and commit the transaction, and then they're gonna one by one add a fragment into the activity. Okay, or we can replace it. Okay, so in an activity we have multiple frame layout. So frame layout is pretty good because it's rendered very fast, and we can use frame layout so that we can use fragment and replace the frame layout with that fragment. Yeah. For example, I have this frame layout with this ID FL container, and then later I can do a fragment transaction. Okay, I begin the transaction. I replace the FL container with a new fragment. Okay, and I commit. Okay, I can do it later in a demo. So the first way, this way, they call it statically initialize a fragment, and the second way is dynamically to initialize the fragment. Okay, so statically and dynamically. Okay, and statically add a fragment, you cannot remove it. Okay, and dynamically you can add a fragment, replace it, remove it. Okay, and a little bit about fragment lexical. It's more complicated than this. On attack, on create view, on view created, and on activity created, something like that. Okay. Okay, so I go straight into the code. I need to do something first. Sorry. Very quickly. Check out demo. Great. So in here, you don't have to do any coding because luckily we don't have assignment anymore. So from now, you finish all your assignment, you're good to go. You can stay to the end of the course. Okay. And remember, some of you didn't submit the assignment yet. So the deadline is before lab. Okay. So if you could not submit the assignment before lab, you could not go to class. Okay. Before lab. So I have a repo for you, so you don't have to write any lab code today. You just, if you need the demo, you just go home and fork or clone this repo. So I gotta put in here on the lecture 4 channel, so please join it here. Okay, so we gotta get started now. Close my terminal, blah blah blah. And we're gonna get started now. So we gotta do the tab layout first. So what is the tab layout? So tab layout is something like this. So Google really guideline, really care about material design, so they design this for you to do reference. For example, I want to know about a tab layout. Okay, great. So tab layout is something like this. So it's gonna have multiple tabs. Okay, so a favorite tab history tab or recently viewed tab kind of. As we switch between tabs, we're gonna have different data, different views kind of. So each tab's gonna have its own fragment. Okay, you're gonna have its own fragment. So you click on the first tab, we display the first fragment. You click on the second tab, we display a second fragment, and so on. Okay. So the layout gonna be something like this. You click on, you click the tab on the top, and yeah, we can have more option menu and item kind of. Take a look. Yeah. So they're also very specific on what to do and what should not. Okay. So we should put it on like horizontal. Should not put it like this. Okay. They're very specific on this. So at home, it's very good tutorial about design, UI, and UX. So take a look. So if you care about something like a title, a list view, how we make a list view look really pretty, you just type in here and we're good to go. So again, I gotta put it in here for you guys. Lecture number 4, bam. And I gotta start do coding now. So first, we know that we need a tab layout. So I gotta open the tab layout activity here. So I want to do a tab layout with something like this. We have multiple icons, right? Like, sorry, this design. We need icon. So I want to display it here, something like this. So we need the icon on the top and the title on the bottom. You can. This is a default behavior. So if you want to custom, you want the icon on the left, you can also do that, but you have to do some custom view. Okay, so we guys do something like that. So first, go to the tab layout. So it have nothing here. Okay, so we start doing it. Okay, so Google has something called a coordinate layout. Okay, first I gotta show you very quick tutorial and marked out here. So Google has something called a coordinate layout. Okay, so what is this layout? So we want to use this layout if we want to, navigate the toolbar. Okay. So when you scroll up and down, okay, the toolbar is gonna be moving up and down too, to collapsing and uncollapse. So whenever you want to use a coordinate layout, if you try to follow this guy or framework, you're good to go. If not, you can mess it up. Okay. So a coordinate layout have something inside called an app bar. Okay. And then we can have two options here, an app bar. So an app bar may have a toolbar, okay, or a collapsing toolbar. So we ignore this. We're gonna learn about this later. So ignore the number 2. We are try number 1 first. So a coordinate layout have an app bar. Inside an app bar we have a toolbar, okay, and then a scrollable stuff like a recycle view or nested scroll view, okay, and finally. It is an optional floating action button. So whenever you scroll a recycle view or a nested scroll view, you want to navigate a toolbar or a collapsing toolbar. Okay, so we'll learn about it later. But first, we have follow option number 1. We're gonna have coordinate layout. Okay, and then in here we have follow a framework like an app bar layout. So we have support design, which is app bar layout, match button, wrap content, and inside here we have 2 components. The first one gonna be a toolbar. Okay, so in here I already set it at theme no action bar, so we're gonna put in a toolbar. Okay, and then match button, wrap content. We don't want these guys without collapses. And then in here I add a tab layout. Why I'm doing that? Because here we have a toolbar on the top right, and then a tab layout. Okay, why we want to use coordinate layout? Because when I want scrolling the view part, I want to collapse the toolbar. So when I scroll this screen up, I want to collapse the toolbar. You gotta go up, and only the tab layout remain. Okay, so I put in here a tab layout. Sorry. Tab layout here in design, which is support design, which is, and no match button and wrap content. collapse this guy, wrap content. Yeah, you see that we now have a toolbar on the top and a tab layout in the bottom, right? And then in here, I'm gonna have a nested scroll view. So follow the framework, you are good to go. A nested scroll view or recycler view, okay? So in this case, I don't need a recycler view, so I'm gonna do a nested scroll view, okay? So match button, H is match button 2, and inside the nested scroll view, we whenever you have a scroll view or a nested scroll view, if you know about Android scroll view, you have to have a linear layout, okay? A linear layout with orientation horizontal, vertical, and inside that linear layout, you can add many things that you want, okay? So inside here, I gotta put in here a linear layout with match button, wrap content, and I put in here the orientation, vertical. You're good to go. And inside here, I gotta have a view bezier, okay? So to work with a tab layout, you're gonna hit a view bezier, okay? So the view bezier is a view that's gonna control all the fragment. So you have 3 fragments, for example. You have 3 fragments, and the view bezier gonna decide what fragment to be rendered, okay? So you want the position number 1, fragment A, position number 2, fragment B, kind of, and the view bezier gonna be a guys gonna be decide what fragment to be rendered at which position, okay? So we have 3 positions, and we want to decide which position to render what fragment, okay? So the view bezier gonna do something like that for you. So view bezier support v4 match button, and the nested scroll view. Okay, so you see that from the screen. If I click on nested scroll view, you will see that it's gonna be very big, right? A whole screen. Okay, so because you have this framework ready, but you need one more thing. Okay, so that the coordinate now gonna know that which view gonna be scrollable. Okay, so we have to put something here like layout behavior. So this is just a string, okay? Okay, scrolling view behavior. So this string gonna reference to a class called an app layout scrolling view behavior. Okay, so what is it? It's something like this. Okay, it's here. So inside here, when the coordinate layout try to read into the XML of nested scroll view, try to find a layout behavior, and in the layout behavior, you will see that there is an inner class named scrolling view behavior, and they use the scrolling view behavior to decide that this view when we scroll up, right, it's gonna navigate the toolbar or the collapsing toolbar for you. Okay, and again when you click on it, okay, you see the difference. So now the view is just below the app bar layout. Okay, so net coordinator know that this view gonna be navigate. When we try to scroll this view, we also want to navigate the toolbar or tab layout. Okay, great. So we will do the tab layout first and the scrolling behavior later. So we're good to go. And I want to put in some ID toolbar, and I don't need this view bezier. Sorry, tab layout and tab layout. Right. And then I'll navigate back into the tab layout activity. Okay, and inside here I gotta have button I ready, so I gotta do by some view by view r.id tab layout. It's nothing new. I believe I have to do something like this, tab layout and by view, right? What is that? View bezier, great. And view bezier, great. And then to work on the view bezier, so view bezier is acting something like this. So you already learned about list view, right? So how a list view gonna decide which item to render with which data? How? Using what class? So that the list view gonna depend on that class to render the data and the view. Adapter, great, an adapter. And so view bezier also have an adapter. Okay, so in Android we have a lot of adapter. So when we have adapter, we have a model, and we need to based on the model to choose the view to render, right? Okay, so whenever that situation happen in Android, we have an adapter. So View Pager also have an adapter. Okay, so this adapter is a little bit different. So View Pager, if we take a look, we can have set adapter, a Pager adapter. Okay, so if you take a look closer at the Pager adapter, I got a double shift and find the Pager adapter. Okay, and then you click here, you can have fragment Pager adapter. Okay, so maybe you don't want a fragment, you want something else. You want a view, so that when you scroll the View Pager to the left or the right, it's gonna render that view. Maybe you don't need a fragment, so you use Pager adapter. Okay, but if you use fragment, they also already have a class to you know, handle that for you. It's called fragment Pager adapter. Okay, I try to implement it first. Okay, and I gotta create something called, you know, tab a custom adapter, and I gotta try to extend fragment Pager adapter. So there are a couple of things you need to implement. Okay, let's take a look. So we have, okay, so we have to put in here a fragment manager. Okay, and then we have to implement the get item. So at get item, return a fragment. Okay, so at position, so maybe the get count return 3. Make it simple first. Okay, we want 3 fragment. On the tab layout, we're gonna have 3 section. We click on which section, we try to render the fragment at that section. Okay, so we need a fragment. So we are do fragment right now. Okay, simple fragment. We'll create something very simple. Okay, so we are implement, extend from fragment. So we have Android app or support v4. Okay, so maybe you want to, you know, support older version of Android. So from my experience, just stick with Android support v4. It's good to go. Okay, so in fragment we can have many things like on attach, context. It means when a fragment is attached into the activity. Okay, we have something called on create. we already know that. So it's a little bit from similar to activity lifecycle, and we also have on create view. Okay, so in here you're gonna inflate your view and return it. Okay, and then we also have on view created. Okay, here, and on activity created. So on activity created, it means the naming is not so good, but it's gonna happen after on view created. Okay, and then we have on resume, on pause, on star, on destroy. Okay, very familiar to activity, but it's like a reusable view. Okay, so you can reuse it in a larger activity like a landscape mode kind of. Okay, so let's implement this. Okay, I already have a layout for you called a fragment symbol. It's not much, just text view inside. Yeah, so let's do it. So in fragment you have on view created, on create view. Okay, so in here you gotta try to inflate your view. Okay, so view, call it root view. How can I create a view, guys, from an XML? How? Layout inflator. How can I get layout inflator? From context? From container? From what? Oh, we also have here. Great. Yeah. So they have it for you. So inflate. So make it easier. R.layout dot fragment symbol. I'll put in here the container and false. Can we put true here? Who knows? Can we put true here? No, we could not put true here. Because we have an exception called that we try to add a view twice. Okay, so on create view gonna be called and return a view, right? And then the activity gonna try to add that view into the activity. So remember, when you call true, it means, who remember? False is true. What is the difference? Who remember? I teach it on day number 1. Who remember? So when put in true here, it means when this view is created, it's gonna be attached right away to the container. Okay? So false, it means you not gonna attach it right away to the container. Okay? So if you put true here and later the framework gonna try, Android gonna try to add it again into the container. Okay? It's gonna do some initialization and then try to add it again to the container. And you can have an exception that you try to add a view that already inside the container. Okay, so I'm gonna demo it later. So I put in true here, okay, I put true here, okay, and then I want a text view, right? So I get a text view out. I don't remember the name. TV title. Text view. TV title, and we gonna buy, right? We have button 9. So in here you have a target activity, a target and a dialog, or a target and a view. Okay, so you try to use this. So in here they're gonna try to use the view and do find view by ID on this view and put the reference into the target. Okay, so the target here is this, great. And root view, and we're good to go. I think we have everything. Okay, and then finally I have gonna put in here a function called set. No, we don't need it. Okay, so we want to put a title in here, a custom title in here. Okay, so for fragment, if you're using Android, they're gonna recommend that you should not create constructor. Instead, you gotta do a new instance. Okay, why? Take a look. So we have something here, a new instance. Okay, before create, I'm gonna try to create it manually. Okay, so for example, I have a fragment, something like this. I create a fragment, maybe a fragment. Okay, new simple fragment, right? And then before that, I want to put some data into the fragment. Okay, I want to put some data into the fragment. Who knows how to do it? Who knows? A bundle, right? Great. So we need to create a bundle to put inside the fragment. So the bundle here use the data to put inside the fragment. So maybe I want to put some string. Put some string. For example, title, right? And then in here, I want hello. And then later I set argument. Sorry, fragment set argument. Here I put inside a bundle. And then I'm gonna do transaction to add fragment to activity. Okay? So doing like this is pretty hard for programmer to track this. Okay? So you can, if you put in here and then in simple fragment you try to get it out, get the bundle out, you can do it like get argument, right? And you get string, get it out. So it's really hard. Why? Because you have to navigate between files, right? And then every time you want to use this fragment, you duplicate this code, right? So I'm trying to using this fragment inside tab layout activity, but maybe I want to use it in another activity, like a main activity. Maybe I want to use that fragment in the main activity, and then I have to do it again, right? So you duplicate a lot of code. So Android recommend that you have something called a factory method. Okay? So a factory method gonna encapsulate all of these guys. Okay? So I cut on these guys and put it into a simple fragment, something like this. So in Android, you try to use Android Studio. You just type new instance, bam. Okay? They know that you want to put some parameter in here. So we want a title, right? And public static final title be array. title key string, sorry, and then I'm putting here title key title. Okay, and by doing this, right, if I want to new a fragment from my main activity, right, we don't have to use this code, we just use something like fragment equal simple fragment dot new instance and put in the title. One line of code, no duplication, and the new instance hide away the method. In technical word, encapsulation. Encapsulation means you try to hide a method from all the class. Why? When you try to hide a method from all the class, you can easily modify this method without affecting all the class. Okay. For example, I'm using a main activity. Main activity. Doing something like this, right? And then in my tab layout activity, I gotta do something like this. And later I want to add something more. Just not the title. I want to add something more. Okay. And then I have to change a lot of place, right? I have to change. Maybe I want to put in the description, right? And then when I update this method, I also have to go into main activity and add this method, right? Really annoying. And it's just 2 activities. If you have 10 activities, it's really painful. Okay, so we try to encapsulate the method using new instance. Okay, so that's how fragment works. We know that we use fragment a lot from a tab layout, from a TV layout, from a wearable device, from a phone, right? So in here you just modify this and you're good to go, right? So that's how it works. So try to use new instance. And then we have everything for the fragment. Okay. So I gotta go back to tab layout activity. I gotta do something simple first. Okay. We know that we have something called a view measure. So maybe I gonna do something very easy at first. I want to have a frame layout. Container. Okay. Match parent, wrap content, vertical wrap content. Why it's so small? Okay. No, we should not match parent inside linear layout. Okay, just put it there. Try it anyway. Tab layout. Here we don't have by view, so I should comment it. And we know that we gotta do fragment transaction, right? So get support fragment transaction, fragment manager, sorry. And then we gotta do a begin transaction. We're gonna add a fragment in here. So sorry, we want to replace a fragment with that frame layout. So you have to put in here a view ID. It means layout a container. Sorry, ID.container. And then in here we do a symbol fragment dot new instance like hello. See it, CoderSchool, and commit, apply. A commit. What is it? Okay, so we try to run this, guys. I forgot to open Genymotion. Sorry. Wait for it. Do this, guys, and wait. So meanwhile, I try to implement an adapter, right? So a custom page adapter. So it's just a position. So I gotta do something really simple here. I want to do symbol fragment dot new instance and position character string. String. Okay. And so it means when you click on the first section, it's gonna display 1, right? The second fragment gonna display 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. Oh, I forget one thing. So we have a title here. We have to get it out, right? So we know that in here we finish the binding. We could put it here. It's okay. Or we can put it here. Oh, I forget. Put it here is even better. Yeah, I just need a return. Okay, so return when on create view finished, we got on view created. Okay, and with the root view, just bind here. Okay, and here I have TV title. I want to set text here. I want to get the argument out, and I want to get the title out. So I put in here the title key. Great, and we are good to go. So we're gonna expect it's grass because this guys. Okay, hopefully it's grass. Let's see. If I'm lucky enough, it's grass. Oh, I'm wrong. Building. So one painful thing using Kotlin is the build time is pretty slow. Okay. So in here I gotta open tab layout. Oops. Why is okay? I need to do a clean. It's a last code. It's the code from the last time. Why it's still here? Okay, I gotta do a clean. So sometimes we try to use the APK that I built from the branch master, not this branch somehow. So I need to build it, to clean it. Like sometimes we have learned a lot. Fragment manager. Crash. So I'm lucky enough. So let's see what is the crash. The specified child already has a parent. Okay, so it means it's already added into the parent, right? And then we try to add it again. Okay, so always false. Okay, always false. Then in case that you're gonna use true, I'm gonna show it later in lecture 6 that I'm gonna use true a lot here. Hello CF. Okay, we're good to go. Okay, I gotta go back into tab layout activity. I'll remove this code, and then I gotta put back the view pager. I go into activity tab layout. I'm gonna remove this guy. I'm gonna put this guy back, and I go back into tab layout activity and do some setup. So view pager here, the tab layout, setup with view pager. Put in here the view pager, and the view pager gonna need an adapter, right? So I got new custom something adapter. I will have to put in here a fragment manager. So because we want to support all the version of Android, I will use a support fragment manager, and I think we're good to go. Anything missing? No. We need something more. The tab here we need an icon, right? We only have icon here, right? So we're gonna need something like this for here why I do a for loop, right? I want to get out a tab, so I do tab layout dot get tab. Okay, you can get a tab at the index, right? So you can set here the icon, okay, and the text. So I attach the text here is title plus is plus 1 and tab layout dot get tab add. Well, I want to set the icon. So the icon here is icons. I already have a list of icons on the top, so I will put icons y. Okay, so I'll run it. The grass. Take a look. Attempt to revoke method boy view pager set adapter. Okay, I get new in the view pager because I forget to do button 9. So I want to buy this. Run again. Okay. It's not rendering the fragment. Maybe I got something wrong. Support fragment manager. Get item, new instance. anything go wrong. Title, fragment symbol. I think I get problem with the layout. Okay, so I go back into tab layout, activity. Here, I think I got something wrong here. Okay, the view picture is just not in the center. Okay, let's see. Match parent, vertical, or the linear layout. Match parent, really? I don't think so. Match parent. Something wrong with the linear layout. Sorry. I don't think so. Why I need the height? I don't need the height. Can I put it raw content? I know that this have to be raw content. Okay, I try to put the height first. Take a look. Yes, the scroll view. Okay, it's working. You can scroll to the left to the right, but I don't understand that. I don't want to have a raw content. Wait me a sec. Yes, scroll view. Line layout. Oh, yeah, right. Okay, and we have a scroll view. Okay, in real life, I will try to take out this part, make it transparent, make it layout, behavior, scrolling. Here, try to run it again. Okay, so inside the scroll view you have to specify the height, because the nested scroll view gonna have ability to scroll forever, right? So it's not gonna accept match parent, so you have to have the height. Okay, so what I want to put the nested scroll view here because I want to demo the scrolling behavior later. Okay, so for now, if you want here, you just want a view picture, so put it as I did at 1 minute ago. Just put a view picture as these guys with the layout behavior and you're good to go. Or you want inside the scroll view, you could not make match pattern because the scroll view gonna scroll forever, so the match pattern not gonna work. So I put something like this, and I want to add more views so I can make it scroll, and then I want to demo the tab layout scrolling. Okay, and let's do it. So I want here to put in here more button with the width of 200 dB, too big. Okay, I want to put in more button so that you can scroll down. Okay, and then in here I want to navigate the toolbar or the tab layout. Okay, so maybe I want to put layout scrolling flag. Okay, so maybe I want it to be scroll. I'm gonna explain it later. So we have many things here, so I'm gonna explain it later. So I'm gonna first explain the enter on ways. Okay, so let's run it first. Go to tab layout. You see, when I scroll up, and every time I scroll down, the toolbar gonna be appear. So it's called enter on ways. Every time I scroll down, it will appear. Every time I scroll down. Okay. So I have something more like enter on ways. No, exit until collapse. So it means when it only collapse, when you scroll down, it's not gonna be expand, but until you reach the top, it will expand. Okay. So I go to tab layout. No, exit until collapse. Oh, it's not working. Enter always collapse. Exit. I want to run it again. Scroll. Weird. It's not scrolling. Okay. Enter always. Scroll up. Scroll down. Okay, I gotta try. I go back later. I believe that exit until collapse is, when you scroll up more, it's gonna collapse, and when you scroll down, it's not gonna expand until you reach the top. On the collapsing toolbar, maybe it's not working like this here, so I go back and explain it later. Okay, for now, I want to change the title here. It's a little bit ugly. I want to change it to text with the white color. So I go here, tap text color, background color, tap text color. You can set it here, or I believe we could also set it in the XML title text color. So again, I want Android color white. I also want to set a toolbar title. So you know that you have to set support. Action bar is the toolbar. So I get the toolbar out here. .id toolbar, toolbar, toolbar. Here toolbar. Now I want to set title for it. Maybe tab layout, and I want to run it again. App design support action bar. Why the title not change? I go into tab layout. Can I change the title here? Okay, I change it inside. Not sure why it's not working. Tab layout. The text color not working. Oh, sorry. Here it should here, right? Text color here, not on the upper side. The color white. Run it again. Okay, but we need active color, right? So let's see. Text tab indicator color and selected text color, right? So maybe we want something different. Selected gonna be white and normal maybe gray. Let's see. Okay, right. So dark color, selected, white color, and one more thing is the indicator color. Indicator color is the color of the light. So you see the green here, So maybe I want it to be white too. Let's see. Okay, great. So title, indicator color, tab text color, and selected text color. So we're good to go. Okay, because lacking of time, so I gotta go into the next thing. Really interesting one. Is the collapsing toolbar. Okay, and then I gotta try to explain. I don't know why it's not working and exit until collapse in there, but I gotta try to fix that on collapsing toolbar first. Okay, so in here we're gonna have. So we have tab layout ready. Any question for tab layout? So in tab layout, you just need, a view pager to decide which view to render. Oh, one more question. I need you to guys to know. One more question. I'm gonna run it again. So you see that there is 3 fragments here. You can scroll it to the left or right. I have a question. What do you think? What do you guys think that this fragment gonna be when I scroll from the left to the right? They're gonna create a new fragment, or gonna try to keep the fragment inside the memory. What do you guys think? In the memory? Okay, so let's take a look how. Okay, so simple fragment here on create view, right? I try to log it, right? So I gotta log these guys out. Okay, so fragment, no, CoderSchool, put in here. Okay, CoderSchool. Rồi tab layout. So let's create 0 and 1, right? When I scroll to the left, it's not create anything because 0 and 1 only created, right? 0 and 1. And when I scroll to number 1, it's create number 2. You see? And create number 1, 0 again. So what do you think? What do you guys think fragment manager doing something in the background? You see? So they try to keep. Yeah, it's load the neighbor. Yeah. So for case that the fragment is too heavy, for example, it's taking too much memory, right? And then you want to, destroy it. So it always keep the neighbor. You see, it always keep the neighbor, and it's below the next one. You see, okay. But how can I? Maybe I want to keep track of 3 fragments. I don't want it to be destroyed and create again and again. Maybe the requirement is the fragment is not too heavy. I want to keep it created there. I don't want to recreate it. So every time I scroll to the left or right, I don't want to something new to create. Who knows how to do it? Who know how to do it? We have something called field based, I believe, set limit, offset screen based limit. Okay. So if I set it to number 3, it means I want to keep track of the latest neighbor is 3. Okay, so let's take a look inside here. So we have a limit, default offset screen base, right? Take a look, 1. It means I want to keep track the one neighbor on the right or on the left, something. Okay, so maybe I should put it here, true. Okay, so true is mean I want the current fragment is current display, right? And I want to keep track 2 more fragment. 2 more fragment is 2 more fragment as a neighbors. Okay. So you see that in Android, they have a default offset screen is 1. It means it try to preload the neighbor, the latest, the nearest neighbor. Okay. And so when you go from the left to the right, you can see it's smooth. So when you run into production, sometimes when you scroll from the left to the right or right to left, you will see it's pretty slow. Because the fragment is taking too much memory and taking too much time to initiate, and then you want to modify this screen limit. Okay, I will run it again and see the log. Tap out. It creates 3 fragments. You see, 3 fragments, and whenever I scroll, there is nothing more to create because the fragment is keeping in the memory. Okay, in the memory. So try to remember that. When you run into production, you see sometimes when you scroll from the left to the right, it's pretty slow. So maybe you want to keep more fragment, okay, using this base limit, okay, okay. And I'm gonna move on into collapsing toolbar activity. We're gonna take 5-minute break, okay. 5-minute break. If you have question, let me know. Okay, I want to introduce a library on a screen view based indicator. So this library, it's just 8. We have 1 hour to go. So we have 2 more layouts to do: collapsing toolbar and navigation drawer. This is a cool library. So that you have an indicator, really beautiful with animation. See, so you can put it here. Just copy and paste it screen indicator into whenever you want, and set view based. So indicator, set vibrator, this guy and this guy. Okay, I already have it, so maybe I want to do it now very quickly. I just go into tab layout, and I try to put it in here, and indicator colors. Indicator colors is a list of string, I believe, an array, right? So maybe I use the default. I don't need that, and I want to do this. We need an ID, right? Oh, we already have an indicator here, so I copy and paste this slide and go to tab layout activity, try to buy view with indicator, spring indicator, and then after this slide I put in here and run. Tab layout. Okay, nice. But we need a title. I believe the title is somewhere text. Oh, okay. The title is here. Custom by adapter. Okay. When we have something get by title. See? Okay. And maybe each position I just want to have title plus position. So because I know that the library try to use to get this method out, so if we try, because I see that it's using view pager, and I also know that in view pager they have an adapter, and we get this out. Okay, it's too big. Maybe just position. Okay, you can try playing with it at home and try to custom the view. I think they do allow to custom the view. My magical keyboard not working. Okay, it's maybe better. Okay. See? Right, they do implementation pretty well. If you take a look at the implementation, a lot of math and formulation and calculation, sin codes, sin and cos. Yeah, so it's great. So I'm gonna close that if you don't have any question, and I gonna move on to collapsing to activity. Okay, so this is a huge component of Android material design. So in here I'll show you I'm using collapsing toolbar. At first I'm using tab layout activity with no action bar. I also use activity with no action bar. Okay, later we have draw activity and bottom shift and nav. So maybe I don't have enough time to do this guys, but it's pretty easy, so I introduce first. So for the bottom shift, it's something like this. So it's displayed like this, and you can scroll it out. Okay, it's a bottom shift. Okay, so it don't have much code. At home you can take a look at my code, because I know it's easy, so I don't put it in here. So it's just a couple of buttons. So when you click this button, it's gonna move up, right? Okay, so maybe you want to set this offset a little bit low. For example, this offset gonna be this guys. The big height. Okay, the behavior of big height is the height that's gonna pick here. So maybe you want to set it 0 dB, and then when you click this button, it's go up more. Okay, so try to play it at home. So the peak height here is just the height, and the button head through here is just gonna display this guy, but in the dialog mode, something like this. Okay, and you can scroll up, click around, scroll down, and go. Okay, so try to read it at home. And one more thing is I want to introduce really quickly is a button navigation. So this component is pretty new to Android just 1 year ago. So you can click on it, and maybe you have a view pager here, right? When you click on it, you want the view pager to switch into another fragment kind of. So it's have default is have animation here, and take a look at the code. Bottom nav activity. So I want to introduce some component, and here it's pretty simple, just relative layout bottom navigation view, right? And some text and color and blah blah blah. And the menu here is the most important things. So why they have these guys beautiful? Because they have a navigation menu here. To click on that, you're gonna have a menu with item. An item, don't take a look at the review, okay? So enable each your phones, an icon, got a title, icon and title, right? And they gonna try to parse this menu and put it into the navigation view like this. Okay, so it's just a menu. Okay, in here you can set now all navigation items selected listener. Okay, so you have all these code at home at the repo. You can take a look at home. Okay, so I'm gonna go back and continue on collapsing toolbar. So I try to introduce all the big component of the Android support library. So you take a look in the Gradle here. I have used Android support design. So all the component here is available inside the Android support.design. Okay, so I try to introduce all of them. So go back into the back down here. So we finished the first part. Okay, so the second part is the collapsing toolbar. Okay, in the collapsing toolbar, we want a collapsing stop. Okay, and then a toolbar. So for example, I have a very big image. So we want to make it really beautiful and user friendly, but we're not designer. So the easy thing is just search the guideline and see how it works and just try to implement it yourself. For example, I want collapsing toolbar here, and okay, they don't have that, so they navigate me into another things, Google stuff. So maybe I just do collapsing toolbar here. So I have an image here, file. So it's something like this, pretty simple like this. So you're gonna have a toolbar with a very beautiful image. Okay, and in here you have a list view. When you just scroll list view down, okay, and you want to have more space so that you can read the list view, right? So it's gonna collapse this image or something here back into the toolbar, right? And then you can read the list view. And whenever you scroll it down, you scroll down to the top. If you use exit until collapse, it means when you scroll to the top again, you're gonna have this like this. Or you use enter always, it means whenever you scroll down, it's gonna expand. Okay? Enter always mean from a document. Enter always mean whenever you scroll down, maybe you're at the bottom of the list. Okay? But whenever you scroll down, it's gonna display this guy. Okay? And exit until collapse, it means when you scroll up back to the top, at that time it will expand again. Okay? So the use case is something like this. Okay? So you have a lot of items here, and when you scroll down, it's gonna display the image, right? And when you scroll up, you're gonna display the toolbar with many buttons. And you may want more buttons and option menu so that user can select, right? In here, and then list view, right? You scroll down, it display the image. And more detail, it may be not just an image, it means more detail here like phone number, review, following, subscription, follower, kind of displayed in here. Okay, that's how the collapsing toolbar working. So I will go back in that. So in here we have an upper, a collapsing toolbar, and inside the collapsing toolbar we'll have collapsing stop. What is that? An image, view, and a relative layout, and inside that relative layout we have more view, right? And then a toolbar, okay? And then a nested tutorial or recycle view, and floating action button, So the floating action button is something like this. If you ask, I gotta search for it. It's gonna be this button. Okay? Who like this button? You 1, 2, 3. Okay. Many iOS users don't like this. And actually, when the first day, 2014 or 2015, I don't know. This button got released, and I tried to put this button in our own apps. But the sad news is users really don't know that this button is clickable. I don't know. We do some usability testing. We find the user. We invite them into our office, and try to testing with them, and they really don't know that this button is clickable. And it's also very annoying when you have a list view. When you have a list view and this button is cover some part of your item and you cannot read it. So maybe when you scroll up, you have to do some animation to just hide the button. Okay, when you scroll up, it means when you scroll up, it means you want to read the content on the top, right? So you show the button. When you scroll down, it means you want to read the item from the bottom. So we need to know that, and we hide the button, hide the floating action button. When you scroll up, we want to read something from the top. Show it. When you scroll down, it means the user want to read something in the bottom. We just hide the floating action button away. If we have time, we are gonna do that animation. So go back into our collapsing toolbar. I first change the color layout, and we have a recycler view here already. So we are implement an upper. Upper, match pattern, wrap content. Put it in here. No, sorry. And in here we're gonna have a collapsing toolbar layout. Inside the collapsing toolbar, maybe match pattern and wrap content. And in here we can have collapsible stuff, and we don't know, maybe an image or relative layout or something, we don't know. And then finally a toolbar. So I put a toolbar here, match pattern, wrap content, gray, and then I want to put in an ID. Great. And I don't want this. Okay, so maybe at first I gotta try to do an image view. I want the width, the height. Oops. I don't know. I love this number because I don't know. I love this number. Image view, and then here I want a short. I already have image for you guys. Great. And I want adjust view about true. I want the scale type gonna be center crop. I have everything here. Okay, so okay, great. And okay, so we want something more, something like this. We want to collapse the image and keep the toolbar, right? So at first you see that the image is gonna cover the toolbar, right? But we want to, collapse the image. So we have layout collapse mode. Okay. So we have something like pin, parallax, and none. So parallax is mean when you scroll up, the image is gonna go with the velocity of your scrolling speed. Okay, I'll try that. And I want to keep the toolbar. Keep the toolbar. Okay. So maybe the collapse mode I put in here is not pin, I believe. Yeah. And one more thing. Is that everything we need? Sorry. I need the title for the image, that's all toolbar. So maybe I put in here app title. And I want to change this color. I don't know, content scheme, yeah, color primary. Okay, wrong one. Content scheme, primary. Text, collapse title text appearance, expand title text appearance. Yeah, a title margin. So first I want to display the title, but it's not displaying here. Wait me a sec. Color, black, white. Wait me a sec. So the title should display here, but it's not. Here, they have a title. No. Color, text appearance. I think we could display it. Wait a minute. Okay, I gotta do a last part first. I need the layout behavior as I mentioned before. So string. Okay, so I have an item here on the bottom. Okay, I just run it anyway first. Take a look. I think the title somewhere. I don't remember. Title. No, it's not displayed. Okay, so we don't have the scroll behavior, so we add that now. Layout. Scroll flag. I put in here enter scroll and enter always. Oh, maybe I move these guys out. Right. No. Run it again. Flag. Scroll enter always. Okay. I know the problems. Enter always. You got the bottom of the list. You scroll down, just enter. Okay. I need to fix this. Toolbar. I think I got the wrong position of the toolbar. Should I put it here? Maybe put it here. Raw content. I think I got wrong position. Okay. Cái toolbar này is wrong position. I think the toolbar is wrong position. What do you think? Can you scroll down? Collapsing. Oh, I think I have everything right, but mixing something. Parallax good. Okay, not gonna find time. I try to see that he's compared with my master branch. So in here, the title is collapsing, content screen, scroll flag, and I have a toolbar with a mode. Okay, so maybe I'm mixing the page. Okay, match button. No. Wrap content, yeah, it's on the top. Oh, okay, it makes sense now. So I need a title here. Hello world. Content scheme. Okay, run it anyway. Let's see. This is not bad measurement, wrap content. Okay, but we don't have a title, so put one here. Title, white, toolbar. Okay, I try enter always and I start another one. Sit until collapse. The toolbar just not staying, just moving. Pin. Wait me a sec. Just one. Okay, it's holding. I sit until collapse. I scroll down. I scroll up. It's not S band. It's not S band. It's not S band. It's not S band until I scroll to the top. And it's a band. Okay. So that's a difference. See, when you scroll down, it's not expand. And until I scroll to the top, it goes expand. Okay. And enter always. Do it again. It means whenever you scroll up, it just you know, it just expand. Okay, so scroll up. Whenever I scroll down, it's gonna expand. But maybe I want to keep the toolbar. So I'm gonna add one more flag is enter always collapse. It means whenever I try to enter, I enter in the collapse mode. Okay, so so whenever I enter, I just enter the collapse mode, only the toolbar. See, whenever I want to enter, I just want to enter the toolbar. Okay, whenever I scroll to the top, I have everything. Okay, that's enter always collapse. Okay, enter always. Every time you scroll up, it just collapse. You scroll down, it's expand. Enter always collapse. It means whenever we enter, we just need the collapse mode. It means when you scroll down, whenever you scroll up, you have the up bar layout, but only in the collapse mode. Okay, enter always. We enter always, but we gotta enter everything. Okay, and exit until collapse. I mean, you always try to keep the collapse mode. This is the toolbar, and whenever you scroll up to the top, you're gonna expand it fully. And now I gotta try to fix the title. Really don't remember. It's easy. Start. I don't know why it's not showing the toolbar. I need a title here. Merging star hello. No. Okay. Who knows can help me? I know we can display the title when in the expand mode. Okay, I'll put it away, and in the meanwhile, I'll show something else. So when you collapse, you expand it, you see that you still have system status bar here. So maybe I want this image to just cover the status bar. Okay, I want just the image here just to cover the status bar, because the status bar look a little bit annoying with this color and the image. Maybe I want the image to just cover the status bar. So in here we have something called a fixed system window. Okay, I already have fixed system window here, but you see that the fixed system window is allow this layout to cover the status bar. So this guy is the status bar. I want to cover it. Okay, but fixed system window true here, but it's not covered. So maybe because the fixed system window here is just working for this component only. So maybe I want this component also to collapse the status bar, so I have to put it all the way down until I meet the image view. Okay, so take a look here. Okay, so I run it again. You see this building go up a little bit, see, because it's starting to draw behind the status bar. But I also want it to transparent to cover it, right? Take a look again. So if I remove only this line, okay, and run it again, we see the building gonna go down a little bit, right? Because it's below the status bar. Okay, so you have to have fixed system window equal to true all the way down from the coordinator. Maybe I want to remove something in between: a collapsing toolbar, image view, and app here. So I gotta remove this guy. Take a look if it's working or not. Okay, it's also working. Can I remove this guy? In the past, it's not work. Maybe I'm fixing that. Okay, you see, it's not work. Put it again. Not working. Put this guy again. Okay, so somehow the library changing, So in the past, you have to have it all the way down, but for some reason happen, you have to have this guy. You don't have to have these guys, but you have to have these guys. Okay, I just put it here. So in the past, the support library have to have it all the way down here. So maybe I want to make this style bar transparent. Okay, so in the style here, I already have a theme called a change color status bar. Okay, but it's only work for Android 21 and above. Okay, so if you take a look at closer, I have two style file from value version 21 and above and the normal version. Okay, so if your version is 21 and above, then try to take a look at this style first, and you have ability to set the status bar. And I want a transparent color between 00 and 6F here. It's a transparent color, right? And then take a look again on the style, the normal version. Okay, if I try to set the status bar color, okay, for something called color accent, and I said that this method only need to have API 21 and above, right? So you have to split into true file if you support version lower and 21. So I split in version 21. So in version 21, I try to use these guys, or on the lower version in 21, I use this guy. And not anything different in no action bar. So in the style, in the Android manifest, I want to put in here this line, the transcolon status bar. Go. And I can make it transparent, right? When I scroll up, see, scroll down, transparent. So what is the color here? It's not a status bar. So the color here is the content screen. I only set it here, content screen. So because I set it color primary, so it's him here. But the status bar only being transparent. Okay, sorry, what? Really? I don't think so. So my TA said that I'm putting wrong here. I should put something like action bar A, action bar A, no, side. I don't believe so. So we need the title and we're good to go. So we're in the collapse mode, in the expand mode like this, we have ability to have a title here. And when you scroll up, the title gonna go to a little bit smaller and go back into the toolbar. But I forget. So not gonna save your time. I can see my code in the past. Okay, I see. I think because of this theme. Style. Bar theme. Oh, text color primary. Why? Bar theme. Yeah. Okay, great. So I have a theme here to set the text color. So if we don't set the text color, it's be transparent, I believe. Okay, so I can set the merging star now. So the merging star here, it means you see that there is a gap here. So I increase the gap. See, let's go. So I maybe want 48 here and run it again. Okay, we're good to go. See the animation, see, but it's little bit hard to see here. So who knows that in design and user experience, what should we make so that the hello world easier to read, right? So it's a little bit hard to see, right? Because the hello world mixed with the background. So what is in the design way? How can we make it the hello world easier to look? Transparent, right? So we know here this is the collapsible stuff. So we need to collapse it together. So we need another layer, right? So I put in here relative layout. Maybe not relative layout, not good enough. Frame layout. Okay. So transparent wrap content. I put the image here, and I need to put the system window through here, and the collapse mode back in here, right? And then in here I want another layer. So got a transparent and also 256 dB, and I want the background color of it gonna be 50% black. Why something here? Transparent? No. 50%. Okay, I gotta hardcode it. 50 F. No. 0 1 2 3 1 2 3. Okay, easier to read, right? And we are good to go. Frame layout is better than relative layout. Linear layout is better than frame layout. Linear layout better than relative layout. So easier to read the hello world, right? And we are good to go. Great. Any question? Again, if you put it enter always collapse only, it's not gonna work. Okay, so it's a little bit weird that you have to have enter always, and then you know that enter always is enter, but it's enter a whole thing, right? So you know that when it enter the whole thing, right? Whenever it enter the whole thing, right? You have to have this flag, and then enter always collapse. Okay, you cannot use enter always collapse, alone. Okay, so you need enter always and always collapse. I mean, whenever it enter, I just want the toolbar enter. Okay, remember that you have to have these guys flag together. It's not working if you put enter always only, and as soon as you collapse it, you can put it only. Okay, so enter always collapse again is always enter, but enter only the toolbar. Okay, that's it. Okay, and we gotta move into the last component. Oh, we have 24 minutes to go, so we'll move to the final component, is the drawer activity. So in here, a raw layout. So a raw layout or a navigation drawer is something like this. When you click on the button from the top left corner, it's gonna expand something like this, and you can scroll it back, right? And they have very detailed specification, 16 dB, 72 dB, and if you're gonna follow it, it's gonna be really beautiful. Okay, but because you're using component of the design support library, they only implement this for us. We're just gonna define this like a menu. A menu have an icon and title. Another group of menu have a subheader and icon and title. We only implement that. We just use. Okay. So we start the final component. Sorry. Is the navigation raw activity. Okay. So in here I have a raw activity with a toolbar ready, and set support action toolbar and activity drawer. Okay. So frame layout, I try a drawer activity layout. Okay. And then in here I have just simple stuff, line layout, toolbar, frame layout here. Frame layout here just to hold fragments, right? So we later gonna replace this frame layout with fragments. Okay, so in our example, we have a lot of options from left, right? And whenever we click on an option, we will try to replace this frame layout with a new fragment type. So, and then if you take a look here, we have something called a header. So a drawer layout have two parts, a header and a body. Okay, so body here we're gonna use a menu to display it, and the header we're gonna use a different layout called, I already have that header. So in here we have a relative layout, a text view, a circle image view. Okay, so I use a library for circle image view. If you want to take a look of it, GitHub, gonna be here, I believe. Yeah, a lot of like star, fork, watch. See, and you have a lot of things. You just include it here, put some border color, background color, blah blah blah, and you're gonna have a circle image view. So I try to use that. Okay, in here I have something called a navigation view. Okay, so I want to make it maternal, maybe some, I don't know, 300. Okay, and then much better. Okay, and the most important things for this is, I think, menu. Okay, we need to put in here the menu. We don't have a menu yet, so we have a header first. Header here, so put in here the header, raw header, right? And we want this to have navigation from the start, from the left. We want to put it on the left, right? And later it's gonna come in. So we have something called forget name, maybe Android, gravity, layout gravity. No, I don't think so. We have something called navigation view. I don't remember. This is for around menu. No, not these guys. Okay, I searched for it on the internet. Orientation. No. Navigation view Android. I don't think my TA said it's layout gravity. Is it layout gravity, but I don't pretty sure. We don't have gravity, but try it. Start. Okay. They don't autocomplete this. So somehow magical keyword not working. So layout is a good use. So it's gonna display on the lab here, and we're good to go. And then finally I need a menu, right? So I'll create a menu here in main Java REST. Here we don't have any menu. We have here. So I create a new menu. So put in here menu or menu, right? And we need the menu. So in the menu here, I'm gonna have two groups. The first group and second group. So for a menu, you're gonna have a group, okay? For and a group here, why? Because we gonna need checkable behavior. Single is mean you only can select one item at a time, okay? So we use group, okay? And then we have many items. So each item here we're gonna have sorry, put it here. And title. So the first thing will be walk maybe, and the icon gonna be IC walk, I believe. Here, sorry. Here I create a namespace, and I put in here show action always, and anything I missing. An ID, right? ID walk, action walk, and then I try to copy and paste these guys one by one. Okay, and maybe we don't take a look at this display. It's not true because we not display it in raw layout. And then I maybe action car. I see car. Another one gonna be bus, I believe. And in here bus, right? And let's take a look at first. Maybe I want a menu, so a raw menu. Maybe I want to remove this. You see that the display in that mode. So maybe we gonna use the tools, right? Layout gravity. They're not gonna suggest that we have to tie in here. Layout gravity gonna be center. No, yeah, just put it like this. Okay, so we just use tool layout gravity nothing, so that we could see it in the design mode. Print is too much. I think okay. So put it in 200, and then I gotta do some Java code. Put it down. Put in here some ID. So navigation view. Right. I go back to drawer activity. Here. So I get out toolbar here. Maybe I use butter knife. Toolbar and navigation view, and the drawer layout, right? Drawer layout. Great. And go in here. Okay, it's a good one. And okay. So maybe we need a button so that we could, clicking on that. So before this open, we're gonna have a button, right? It's a burger button, right? A burger button. So I click on that, it's gonna display this drawer layout. So maybe we want that. So Android do support that. So in Android they call action, toggle. Action bar made a toggle. So we use this object so that we can create that and toggle the create. Okay. So in here I'm gonna create that object. So in the constructor you have to put in here activity. So it is a draw layout. I have a draw layout. An open content description. I don't know why they require this description, but they have another one is toolbar, because we're using toolbar, so I put in here too. And then we need a string to just describe. I don't know why. So but I have a string for you. So it's just a string to describe that. Okay, and we're good to go. So and in the document of Android, it said that whenever on boss create code it, no, not this guy, we should call action bar or toggle sync state. Okay, so I really don't know why. I still don't have time to dig into it. But in the document of Android, if you take a look, they said that if you use toggle to make sure that you don't have any bugs, so you have to sync this state. Okay, so try maybe take a look at here what's happening. So I will put it there for you guys to take a look at how it works. And then navigation view here, we know that it's a view on the left, and we'll try to set on click listener on each item. So we set on navigation on click listener on long no item navigation item selected listener. Okay, so in here you gonna have a menu item. So do you remember the menu item? So the menu item gonna be get it through the menu. So you have menu, right? Using a menu. So we're gonna have menu item ready for you. So maybe I want to extract the method in another one. So maybe void select a menu item, something like that. And I put in here the menu item. Okay, so I call that method here. Okay, so maybe I want to return true or false. So return true or false is mean I already handle that. So please don't do a default action. Okay, so whenever return true, it means please I already have consumed that action. I already handle it action by myself. So please don't do anything. So in here we just return true first. I want to consume all the action and quick item get ID, right? And in here maybe I gotta put a title. So my idea is here is nothing. So whenever I click on an item, I want to change the frame layout in the middle into the symbol fragment that we already have. So in here we have a frame layout. So whenever I clicking on this item, right, I want to replace the frame layout with my symbol fragment, kind of. So that's an idea. So we'll do it now. So the title is nothing. So e case, right? Dot id dot action plus. I want the title for the symbol fragment that we already have before. So in here gonna be bus, I believe, and correct. I copy and paste these guys. Okay. So action walk. Here action car. Right. And finally, I want to get support fragment measure. I do a begin transaction. I want to replace the frame layout. That is the content, right? And with a symbol fragment, you instantly put in here the title, and we are good to go. Okay, so it's not good for now because whenever we click on the burger menu, right, it should display. So we also only have this, right? But we not use it. We create, we not use it, so we have to use it, right? So the drawer layout have something called set. I don't set drawer listener. I believe is deprecated. Add drawer listener. Okay, so in here I'm gonna add this guy. So when you add this guy, they're gonna display a burger button for you in the toolbar. Okay, you need to catch the event, click on that burger button. So by default you have on a menu item selected, right? On menu select, no, menu selected, on option item selected, right? And in here we own the burger menu gonna be replaced by the home, Android home. So you already know that in the last lecture the Android home is the back button. You remember that's the Android home button. So when you use action bar drawer toggle with this toolbar, they're gonna try to replace that button using the burger button. Okay, so in here maybe we just want to if item get id equal to android.r.id.home, and then we want to open the drawer. Okay, so in here we have to put in a gravity. Okay, we only know that gravity gonna be star. So I gonna open the drawer from the star. Star is from the left. For Japanese and Middle East, gotta be alright, right? And we're good to go. One more thing, if the drawer is currently open and we click the back button, right? So we want to close the drawer, right? Instead of just get out of the activity, right? So in here, I gotta check if drawer layout is open. Okay. Now put in here gravity again. Why I need gravity? Else, if it's not opening, just go back, right? If it's opening, I want to close this, right? Close drawer, and run. Anything missing? Okay, we don't have buy, must not be that not private, and we need buy. Thank you. We need to buy. We don't need this, but then I buy this. Right, run it again. 8 minutes to go. If crash, we fix. Okay, work. Nothing happened. We messed it up. Navigation item selected. Not working. Navigation view. This method not working. Sync state, I believe. Drawer layout. We have the burger menu. Click back. It's working. Click back again. Oh, so okay. So when we commit this, guys, right? We need to close this by ourselves. Right. Run it again. Okay. Draw layout. Click on it. Wow. Great. Close ourselves. You can also go back and forth. Okay. And one more thing is, maybe I want this drawer layout to be below the toolbar. You see there is some animation. See, for free. Animation for free is good. So maybe I want to see that. So maybe I want the drawer to be below the toolbar, right? And I fix that. In here, I think 300 is too much. 200, good enough. And there's a linear layout, toolbar here, draw a layout, navigation view. Maybe I want it to be below the toolbar. Navigation view here. Toolbar here. Okay, I do some stupid thing first. Maybe I want the margin top with the height of the action bar side. Okay, great. That's it. I put in here margin top with the action bar side. See the animation? But there is a raw layer here. Great. So from my experience, uh, we should not do something like this to do what I want. Maybe we have to do something like this. Okay, from my experience, we need an action bar inside our manifest. So for example, I don't want a toolbar. I want to bring back my action bar. So in here, no need this guy. Go back here. No need this guy. I don't need this guy, so I don't have a toolbar, so I don't need this constructor. And I run again. Sorry? No, not working. Let me try to fix this and we can go home. Okay, meanwhile, I want to do a submenu for you. So in the next lab, you're gonna need a submenu. So for doing a submenu, you gotta do something like this. So you just copy and paste these guys, create a new item, and paste. Okay, and then you see a little guys here. So it's gonna be a submenu. So because the ID could not be repeated, so I gotta remove this guy first. Okay, I don't need this XML. Remove this first. Okay, an item. This item need to have a what? Title. Okay, submenu. And I gotta bring back the raw first. I gotta try to fix that later. Fix the I want to make, yeah, you see we have a submenu, right? The submenu here and blah 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 blah. Okay, I try to put back the toolbar first. Okay, I also need to bring no action bar. Run it. I want to see the submenu first, and we try to make the drawer below the action bar toolbar later. Okay, we have submenu. 200 is too small, so you see that I really love 256. It's a good number, I believe. Draw layout. Right. Submenu. Yeah. Clicking on that. Nothing happened because we don't have an ID for it, right? Click on it, you know, we have an ID for it. Right, in here, because we don't have an ID, you can put in more ID from the draw menu here. Just put in here more ID. So easy way, just remember to make sure it's working, just copy all the menu, create an item, put in here, and you have a submenu. Okay. Okay, and finally 3 minutes. Okay, 3 minutes. I will try to fix that. I want a toolbar back. Okay. So maybe I gonna do something like this. I put the frame layout here. Okay, 3 minutes and we could go home. I erase these guys. Go back to manifest. App team. Oh, it's collapsing toolbar? No. Here. Yeah, we should see. And draw activity. We don't need a toolbar. We don't have one. We don't need this guy. Maybe we need get support action bar. No, not allowed. Remove that. Nah, it's not displaying. Okay, I will try. Google navigation view Android with action bar. 3 minutes to go. So this guy have problem display over the action bar. No, it's not. These guys. No. We have everything. We use a constructor without it. Put in here this. I'll try to take a look. Toolbar here. We try to put it new. If the toolbar different from new, do something like this. If the toolbar equal new, try to toggle it. On click. Yeah. Action bar. Is navigation visible? Action bar different from new, and blah blah blah. Action bar. Okay. We know that we have an action bar. It's here. Okay. Who knows? I know that from the past, I could display it below the action bar. Been a long time ago, I don't remember. Okay, anyway, we're running out of time. I'll try to figure it out and show you guys later. So I put back here, 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 and run it again to make sure it's still working. And we go home. So we could make navigation bar below the action bar, but not the toolbar. I remember, but not fully remember. Okay, so we can go home now. So I will later discover that and let you guys know. Okay, so make sure the video is working. Thank you, everyone. So if at home you could take a look at my demo. We have mounting, floating action here. Okay, so here is the full version. If you take a look at collapsing toolbar, no, we need to do a clean view. Just wait me a sec. I just want to run the full version. Okay, I run it again. And installing and collapsing toolbar. Okay, in the full version, I'm gonna have a floating action button. You can take a look at home. It's pretty easy to implement. And when you scroll up, you see it's go down because I want to read content on the bottom. When I scroll up, it show again. Okay, so the implementation is not pretty hard. So just a quick, very quick note for the collapsing toolbar. So in here, when I put in the floating action button like my guideline here, floating action button on the bottom, and we need to have a layout behavior, but we want to custom it. We're going to custom a layout behavior ourselves. So I create a class called scroll aware float behavior. So in that class, we have to override. We have to override on start nested scroll, and we just care about the vertical scroll. And in here on nested scroll code, we only care about the distance scroll. It means when a user scroll larger than 32 pixels, we're gonna start doing animation and do some logic. If it's not hidden, and we show it. If it's hidden, and again, yeah, kind of just some animation, just dot animate translation, and we have beautiful animation. Okay, thank you everybody, and have a good night. I gotta try to figure out the action bar stuff and draw layout and show you later on lab. Remember to